Hey guys, welcome from another installment of Kavalden's Comic Review. Tonight we've got a bunch of comics out for review. Let's see here. Right off the back, we're going to be looking at Deadpool Core, number 9. While we're also going to be looking at Deadpool Team Up, 886. We'll be looking at the first issue of Batman the Dark Knight for DC Comics. And while we're at it, we'll also take a look at the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes comic, number 2. This one is mostly based on the animated series, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's move on to Deadpool Core. Right off the back, I kind of like this cover, but it's also a little just plain at the moment. I guess you could say there's a little side boob action from Lady Deadpool, but you know, that's Liefeld for you. Speaking of which, this will be the last comic drawn by Rob Liefeld. Deadpool Core has about 3 more issues left before the series ends. And basically, he won't be drawing more. He'll still be doing the covers, but he won't be drawing the actual comic. So this will be his last one. Deadpool was sort of really raking in the pleasures of turning an uncivilized planet into more of a modern day planet. And he's also got his hands full with the guys that hired him to take control of the planet. He's got kind of a love triangle going on with the princess and the broken blade. And on top of that, the king wants to cut his head off and stuff it down a volcano. On top of that, I think you could say that even Lady Deadpool's getting a little jealous, too. It's pretty funny. The princess, the thing is that, you know, this happens a lot in a lot of Deadpool comics, that he always seems to hook up with a lot of girls, despite the fact that he would come off being very creepy, yet he seems to get more tail than I do. I've got to learn his secret. Basically, yeah, so he's kind of doesn't know what to do with the princess. She wants him to help modernize the planet because the Global Federation wants to bring the people of the planet, the crew, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, I'm really bad with this, crew calls, into their little unified federation. And on top of that, she can't seem to keep her hands off him. On top of that, the broken blade is also being very clingy, I guess maybe in the same way. And the king is not very happy. He feels that he's losing his planet, his kingdom, and his people. And he doesn't like the fact that his daughter is disobeying him. Of course, he blames Deadpool for this, even though technically most of this is her idea at first. So I guess even the fact that Lady Deadpool doesn't like the fact that, you know, she's being used as a side track on this one. And I guess her and the king try to confront Deadpool, and then an argument ensues, and then Lady D and Deadpool start going at it. Also, I gotta say that it's kind of funny, but I guess even Deadpool's a big fan of the Princess Bride, which is, I'm afraid everyone is of a fan as well, and he steals a line, and it's pretty funny. Basically, so I guess next issue there's basically going to be a revolt, there's going to be a love triangle, there's going to be a lot of fighting in the next one, so it should be good. Moving on to Deadpool Team Up, 86, I'm sorry, 86. This one I kind of like. This one's a little bit better than the last previous team-ups that I've reviewed, mostly because Iron Fist is in this one, and I don't read a lot of Iron Fist comics, but this was actually pretty cool. He, first right off the bat, knows who Deadpool is. I mean, he doesn't like, well, who the hell are you? Like, hey, I'm Deadpool, you know? Not like the one with Thor that I was really hoping would have been a really good one. But it wasn't, because even Thor doesn't even remember who Deadpool was after everything that they went through in Deadpool 37. But that's a topic for another discussion. Right off the bat, Deadpool is hired to kill some kind of Genghis Khan type being. Of course, technically, he's I guess he knows the ancient way of being immortal, somewhat. And Iron Fist is there to also bring him down but not kill him, because if the guy dies, he gets reincarnated and the whole cycle starts all over again. Of course, I have to say right off the bat, this is a pretty funny one because there's a lot of Spider-Man references, and we all know how Deadpool gets with Spider-Man references. So of course, they decide to work together, even though Deadpool's been hired to kill the guy, but that's not going to stop him. So right off the bat, the guy looks like Genghis Khan if he was Conan the Barbarian, and it's a pretty good fight. I mean, Deadpool and Iron Fist have their moments together, and it's actually good. If this was going to be the last one of Team Ups, because they are canceling Team Up on top of canceling Core, which is sad. I do have to say this was actually a pretty good one. I don't know about next week's comic, because it's involving a cow, but we'll get to that. The Dark Knight... The Dark Knight Batman, The Dark Knight. Right off the back, I like this cover. This is dark and gritty. The uniform on Batman kind of reminds me like the Arkham Asylum uniform that he wore in the video game, which I'm actually kind of really looking forward to Arkham City coming out, because I really did like Arkham Asylum. It was really great. I should actually get one of the toys. I actually like the toys. Maybe I should get that as a gift for someone. But, you know, right off the bat, I loved it. It's great. And right off the bat, Bruce is kind of on and off. He's been trying to track down someone from his past, a girl that he met when he was a little boy before the events that led to Bruce being Batman. For some apparent reason, she was very awkward and strange, and he hated her, but now for some reason, she's gone missing. And Bruce is trying to find her, and so as well as the rest of Gotham City. He runs into Killer Croc, who somehow had ran into her, and turns out Croc is now turning into a drug addict. Yeah, that's actually a nice little twist right there. Apparently, he's getting hopped up on the chemical known as venom that Bane uses to get strong. So I guess he's starting to hop off. Of course, the problem is the chemical is not the actual formula, and it does have sort of side effects. So somehow Bruce is back, and at one point he's kind of second-guessing himself, which is something I don't think he does a lot, because, you know, he's just gotten back after the whole ordeal. And, you know, now he's getting Batman Batman Incorporated up and running. And on top of still being in Gotham, he's still searching for his friend. For some apparent reason, he's very obsessed with finding her. And it's very strange for him to be obsessed with this. Somehow right off the back, he somehow finds finding her necklace that she was wearing under her last location, and runs into the Penguin. Now, the Penguin looks like he's seen better days. Basically, he looks like a... How do I put this? I've never seen what a skinned penguin looks like if you took the fur off a penguin. But pretty much right off the bat, I would pretty much say that's what Oswald Cobblepot would look like. Because a penguin looks old and sweaty and decrepit. Well, I'd say, I mean, he is old. I mean, he is an old adversary, so I guess we'll see how that goes. Moving on to the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Right off the bat, I have to say I am a fan of the new series. If you can watch it on Toon XD, if your cable company actually allows you to watch it, I don't know if a lot of people have actually seen the series on Toon Disney. But I like this cartoon. I actually DVR it when I can, and I really like how the cartoon is, the characters and everything. I have to say the cartoon is a lot better than the previous Avengers cartoon that used to play a long time ago, back in the 90s, I think, with the Fox Kids. It still had a lot of the mainstream Avengers in it, but I just didn't like it. I mean, the animation looked really fun, didn't look right to me, and I don't know, the characters and everything just looked bad. I mean, but this one's a lot better. I mean, you've got Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Hulk, Ant-Man, Wasp. It's Hawkeye. It's really good. I like the stories. I love the action. You know, I guess it's building up. You know, I guess it helps with the build-up with the Avengers movie coming out soon. I hear they're filming right now on that one, which is great. And I like this one. It's mostly basically got two mini stories in it. One of the stories is similar to, I think, the cartoon, and another one is done. The animation, the art style for the first story is somewhat similar to the way it's done in the cartoon, and the second story is actually done a little different, but I like it. It's a little dark and a little sketchy, but I kind of like it. And both stories are pretty good. And one story follows, I guess, similar to the cartoon, and one something different. But the stories are good, and I like it. It's pretty much the first cartoon brand comic I've bought. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, so that's it for tonight. First of all, I want to wish everyone a happy New Year's. Also, what a new year means new things. For me, I'm hoping to bring more to my little program here. Hoping to do something different and change things up a bit and try to bring more videos out as I can for viewing. Like I said, so I hope that works out. Maybe I'll try something different and see where it goes. But like I said, I want to wish everyone a happy New Year's, and I will see you all in 2011. All right. Good night.